comes to women's health, awareness is the first step towards empowerment and well-being. नमस्ते दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का संवाद में। एक खास मंच, एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जहां हम बात करते हैं दिल से और हर एक की सोच से। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट अंशिका। Today, we honored to have with us Dr. Dipali Gupta, a renowned gynecologist and obstetrician with years of experience in women's health, pregnancy care, and maternal well-being. Her work goes beyond treatment. She strongly believes in encouraging women, spreading awareness, and encouraging open conversation around women's health. She is a published author and has also published a book titled Janani, a book that deeply talks about the journey of a motherhood, her challenges, her emotions, and realities. A journey that every woman connects with in her own way. And she was also featured in the December 2025 edition of the magazine Femina in recognition to her impactful contribution to women's health and wellness. In today's Sanvad, we will be discussing about the topic health beyond medicine, compassion, care, and community.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and it was just a lovely platform to discuss all the women matters because I believe she matters.
Yes.
So that is the most important thing, and if I can do anything good for the women in the world, that's my priority in life, and empowering women, doing something for them, and if my few words can change a life, I would love to do that.
So let's begin this meaningful conversation. So, ma'am, with your extensive experience in women's health care, what are the most common health concerns you observe among women in today's life, particularly in cities like Varanasi?
Hi. It's a beautiful question and it really needs acknowledgement. तो मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी अधिकतर वाराणसी ही नहीं, हम लोगों के जोन की महिलाओं के लिए मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी जो सबसे कॉमन कंडीशंस हैं जो हम यूजुअली ओपीडीज़ में अक्सर देखते हैं, दैट इज़ अनीमिया, irregular periods, PCOS, infertility, metabolic disorders like diabetes, blood pressure, obesity, ये भी आजकल के बहुत ही अपकमिंग प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. इनको भी हमें बहुत खास एक्नॉलेज करना है आज के समय पर, एंड बिकॉज इफ वी ट्रीट देम, वी डिटेक्ट देम, देन things are and better and you are healthier.
Ma'am, moving to the next question, many women still hesitate to speak about gynecological issues. Why is awareness and truly consultation so crucial for women's long-term health?
Yes, again that's a $1 million question, because the problem is that people are just unaware of what is normal and what is abnormal. So on my things, I would first like to spread awareness about normal. And there's a very common myth you must always be hearing. जब भी आप घर में जाते हो ना, they'll be like, so many people, irregular periods हो रहे, कोई बात नहीं, होते हैं. This is normal. So you don't have to sit back and decide for yourself कि क्या normal है. Let the doctor decide. So सबसे पहले अवेयर होइए क्या चीज़ नॉर्मल है आपके शरीर की और क्या एबनॉर्मल है, बट यू योरसेल्फ कैन नॉट डिसाइड दैट. द डॉक्टर विल डिसाइड. इवन योर नेबर्स एंड एवरीवन इज नॉट गोइंग टू टेल यू कि ये चीज़ आपके लिए नॉर्मल है. एंड दैट इज़ हाउ पीपल, मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल come to the doctor when they are in advanced stages of their diseases, just because neighbor ने कहा था कि ये तो नॉर्मल है, हमारे उसको भी हुआ था, तो they just think कि it's okay to have it. So कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि breast में people have lumps. वो पड़ोसी ने बता दिया कि अरे उनको भी हुए थे, डॉक्टर ने कहा था दवा खाओ ठीक हो जाएगा, and the other person who is suffering with the disease didn't even consult a doctor. So that's not the right way to do it. You have to be aware. Now so much of things are available on social media, but I would like to say you have to listen to social media. It will give you good things, but try and understand whom are you following. Is that person capable of giving you the advice or not? This is the most important thing I would like to put forward through this, because people listen to anyone whomsoever is talking, and that person is not even, you are taking a health tip or a health advice from a person who's not even a medical person. So that's the wrong thing. So just be aware of what things are there, and if you are aware of your body, then definitely you'll never have problems.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your inspiring words. So now I want to ask you, the term high risk pregnancy often creates fear. This, in simple words, what it does mean and how can proper medical consultation and care ensure safe outcomes for both mother and the child?
See, high risk pregnancy is whenever the pregnancy is high risk, we say it may be high risk for the mother or for the baby. So, what are high risk pregnancies? First of all, they are the pregnancies who may be having gestational diabetes, which is very common these days. Then, hypertension, again, a very common thing. Obesity, that is like, I believe, we are getting into the world of obesity because of bad habits. And all these metabolic disorders are also because of too much of obesity. So, twin pregnancies also come under the category. Some IVF pregnancies who've conceived, because see, it is not that IVF pregnancy is a high risk pregnancy. The pregnancy can be high risk only because कि मदर की एज बहुत ज़्यादा होती है, कभी कभी 40, लेट 30s, तो उन लोगों को थोड़ा सा प्रेगनेंसी सस्टेनेंस में भी दिक्कत आती है, या फिर उन सब में ये सारे कॉम्प्लिकेशंस जैसे ब्लड प्रेशर, डायबिटीज़, थायराइड डिसऑर्डर्स, ये सब थोड़े ज़्यादा एसोसिएटेड होते हैं. तो दैट इज़ वाई दीज ऑल प्रेगनेंसीज बिकम हाई रिस्क. बट मैं ये कहना चाहूँगी कि हाई रिस्क का ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप कुछ घबरा जाएं या कुछ हो. इसका खाली ये मतलब है कि अब आपको बहुत मेटिकुलसली अपना इलाज करना है, डॉक्टर को बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली दिखाना है, जैसे जैसे वो एडवाइस दे रहे हैं ट्राई एंड फॉलो दैट, हैव योर मेडिसिन्स इन टाइम एंड keep on visiting the doctor maybe every 10-15 days as the doctor is saying, and you will probably have no issues because everything will happen in time.
Yes, ma'am.
Any alarm, that will be taken care of.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Moving to the next question. Painless delivery is a topic that generates a lot of curiosity, being expecting mothers. Could you explain what it involves and who it is generally recommended for?
Painless delivery is a wonderful thing which we can offer to most of the laboring mothers. First of all, I would say that you should understand what it is. It is an injection given into your spinal cord, and it is not anesthesia. It is analgesia. So this is epidural analgesia, and I must say that anyone who's going ahead with it should definitely try and read certain things and try and ask your doctor whether the facility is available at their center and what are the risks and benefits. So for the risk, I must say there hardly any risk. It is a beautiful way to deliver in a very positive way. It is very good for the baby, very good for the mother to create a beautiful experience of labor, and वो आपको लगाने से because you are relaxed mentally and physically, so the labor gets accelerated. जल्दी होती है, बच्चा भी जल्दी होता है, but the thing is it has to be given right in the right time. That is very important assessment by the doctor. If it is given right in time, then it really helps in labor. And again, it is said painless. So I would just like to say pain is less. It doesn't mean painless. So you have to take the labor. You will be doing the whole procedure, the all contractions, bearing down, everything will be done by the patient. लेकिन आपको दर्द कम महसूस होगा, almost like 80% of the regular pain. So it's a wonderful thing to have in labor, and rather not run away from labor. For labor, I must say to all the girls that you have to be like mentally prepared before. If you're so scared with an injection, then I don't expect you to go for labor. But if you really want to do it, then please start preparing in your antenatal. Be strong and just think one एक basic question I just tell. डॉक्टर हम तो मर जाएंगे, मरा तो कोई भी नहीं है ना. Haven't you seen your grandmother's mothers deliver? So everyone's alive, everyone's healthy, so why can't you deliver? But you have to be strong. That is it, motivated. And you can deliver.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question to you is infertility can be emotionally overwhelming. For couples, as a doctor, how do you support and counsel patients to remain hopeful and mentally strong during on that time?
So first of all, the question is infertility. I must say that infertility we only label a couple once they have stayed together for at least a year without using any contraception. So most of the people, what is happening these days is like most people are working. Someone's in Delhi, someone's in another station like that. So it's like long distance relation because women are also working these days. So they don't have to get frustrated or start thinking that I am having infertility issues or what. So first try and sort out your things. That have you really stayed for a year together? No? Then first try to do so. Then there's nothing to get stressed out. You have to consult a doctor, try and find out the reasons for infertility. And sometimes there may be like basic reasons. You didn't even know कि कौन से अच्छे दिन थे साथ रहने के. ठीक है. Sometimes you do your basic bloods and you try and find out in those blood works that your thyroid is abnormal. So you just correct your thyroid. Many times it's just the weight which is hindering. Obesity. Once you check your lifestyle, once you lose your weight and you conceive. So there are very little things sometimes which can be bothering. You're not taking proper sleep. Your hormones, your circadian rhythm is not right. So things are not working right. So little lifestyle changes can just be the treatment for it. So it's not that you are infertile and now you'll have to do a lot. No, not at all, I must say. It's just little things will correct most of the infertility.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So my next question is, with medical advancements such as laparoscopic surgery, how has women's health care provided and evolved compared to earlier times?
Again, we are in the world of minimal invasive surgeries, and minimal invasive surgery, I must say, are definitely much better than an open surgery. But sometimes there are hindrances where the laparoscopic surgeries or robotics cannot be done. So in those cases, definitely you will be getting a open surgery only. But if you do a minimal invasive surgery, the recovery time is less, blood loss is less, pain is comparatively less, and most important, your getting back to work is faster because most of the people are working these days. So that is again a very important thing. You don't even get those leaves. So I would say you can get back to your work in 15 days, 20 days. It's up to you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So now, finally, what advice would you like to give young women regarding menstrual health, lifestyle choices, and the importance of regular health checkups?
As far as young girls or any women for that matter is concerned, I would say that you have to follow certain rules, like if you detect a disease early, if you understand the normals and abnormals, you will not have the disease to be diagnosed in the third stages or severe disease. Okay, which can be a menstrual irregularity, it can be PCOS, it can be a cancer for that matter, a fibroid, or any tumor or anything.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you diagnose it early, the treatments are very easy, very simple. Certain, like I said, even a lifestyle disorder can treat things. Even talking to the doctor sometimes, what happens is I just talk, they had been doing certain wrong things. They didn't even know. कि they were wrong in that. And for that matter, I would like to say there's so many girls and women who think there's a emergency contraceptive pill, which you must have heard about. So they think whenever I stay with my husband or a boyfriend, I'll take one pill. So that's the worst thing they are doing to themselves. As the name suggests, it is an emergency contraceptive, which means it is to be used when your contraception fails. Okay. So it is to be used. It is not to be used that every time. If it was that simple, then everyone would have had it. Just a pill. So it's that, and that is creating an irregular period in them. They didn't even realize that. So these are little things. And today is the era of all the phones and social media. Again, I would like to say, please don't follow anything blindly. Try and understand. And it has to be a health expert talking. So you need to understand that. And I would like to say, for good health, there is 5G, because you remember everything 4G and 5G. So I have my 5Gs for that. So first is good sunshine, which all of us sadly are missing. And you know, the benefit of sunshine can be good vitamin D, good for your bones, teeth, and your whole body, your joints. It gives stress relief. It gives good sleep. It balances your hormones. It removes all the metabolic disorders. So, and it's an immune booster, not to forget that. So a little, that's like a nature's free medicine, what we all can take for 15 minutes in the morning.
Okay.
The next G is hydration. Again, water comes for free. So why not? It's the best detox medicine for your body. Instead of having thousands of over-the-counter pills, just have water and detox your body. It keeps your whole body very, very healthy. Then the good diet. Diet, of course, please do not follow any dietary fads, because they may not be right for you. Take an advice. If you really want to follow something, take an advice from a good nutritionist. Understand your body first. You are doing something, maybe I can't do it. So don't follow those fads. That is what I want to tell people. कि ऐसा नहीं होता है कि अगर आपको इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग सूट करती है, वो मेरे को नहीं कर सकती. हो सकता है मुझको एसिडिटी हो जाएगी, आई विल हैव स्लीपलेस नाइट्स, आई विल बी वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल. So I don't have to do it. I have to find another way of diet, which may be like every 2 to 3 hours eating. Small meals at small intervals. So every diet is different. Every person is different. Everyone has a different metabolism. So you have to follow that. So never follow wrong people. And good diets is very important. Then good exercise. You cannot miss exercising. Exercising can be in varied forms like walking, Zumba, gymming, yoga. So you have to have a combination of exercise. Like you cannot just go, you should do strength training at least 2 times a week. You should walk at least half an hour, at least 8 to 10,000 steps. But you don't have to get crazy about everything. You have to maintain a balance. Like today you're walking, you are doing some yoga. Next day you are doing strength training. You may cycle next day. So make a schedule for yourself, like this half an hour has to go for exercising, which can be in any form, so that you don't get bored also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the last G and the most important G is sleep. If you do not get sleep, your body doesn't detox. You find there's swelling in your body. You find your head is hurting. You are feeling so dull. काम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं आप. तो only sleep. Sleep से आपके body की circadian rhythm gets normal. Once it gets normal, your whole body hormones are normal. You will lose weight. you will not have PCOS, your diabetes, your blood pressure, all will be under control. तो केवल 7 to 8 hours of sound sleep. That is very, very mandatory, I must say. So remember my 5 G's of good health.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This brings us to the end of today's Sanvad. Thank you, ma'am, for insightful values and meaningful conversation and spreading awareness to the young generation.
Thank you.
और आप सभी व्यूवर्स का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ यहाँ तक बने रहने के लिए। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में एक नए टॉपिक के साथ। अंटिल देन, जय हिंद।